Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Naisha and you're watching Brown and Abroad. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button so you never miss a new video. And also just go ahead and hit the like button because you know you're going to want to anyway, so just do it now. With everything that's going on in the US, I've been seeing a lot more questions from people about how they can get out of the US, how they can move to Mexico or a different country that's not the United States of America. So since this is coming up on my second year here in Merida, Mexico, I thought that I would show you around my second long-term apartment here and give you a little bit of tips on how you can get started on your life here in Mexico. As you might be able to see, I have downgraded a lot from my last spot. This is kind of just a little one bedroom. There's not much room in the kitchen slash dining room slash living room area, but this is actually where I spend the bulk of my time either working or I don't know, kicking it, I guess, watching, YouTube or whatever it is that I do. And the kitchen area is probably the area that I kind of dislike the most because it's just so small, and being that I work from home and I also spend my time at home, I cook most of my meals at home, and there's just not much cooking area, and there's not much like cooking appliances. And then we have the bedroom area, and it doesn't have a closet area. Once again, I probably could get a detachable closet or something else if I really wanted to, but I'm not really trying to outfit this place all like that. It's not where I'm going to be living. There is this nice little, I would call it a vanity area, which I have grown to love as I started putting on more makeup and doing my making wigs and stuff like that. So when you move here, I definitely suggest that you do not rent an apartment sight unseen. This is definitely the type of place that you want to be here on the ground floor. You want to be able to see the foundation. You want to be able to walk around, see or hear which parts of the city flood. So with that said, I definitely suggest for the first, however many weeks to a month, you get some type of Airbnb accommodation for a few weeks. And then you can come here, and then while you're on the ground floor, you can look. Places to look, same places kind of in America, Facebook Marketplace, you can get agents. I have never used an agent, but many people say that when you use an agent here, to use more than one agent. I have always converted my rental and my Airbnb into something longer term and just negotiated a paying rate. Obviously that 5,000 pesos a month that I pay is a lot cheaper of a monthly rate than it would have been, on Airbnb, paying piecemeal by the day. Tricky, but you can do like I've done and like other people do, and kind of convert your Airbnb into a rental. That when you're coming here, you're going to be prepared to pay for your first month's rent, a deposit. You're going to need something called a guarantor, and what that is basically a co-signer. You need a co-signer who is Mexican and who lives in whatever state you're going to be renting in. So for me, I live in the Yucatan. So if I needed, for a longer term contract, if I needed a guarantor, I would need to find someone here who could basically co-sign, and that's kind of risky because this person might not know me, and what they're doing is they're signing on that if something goes wrong, if I skip out, then that they will take the responsibility for the rest of the contract and that rent. You know that if you do have this person, this person has to own property in that state. So this person would have to own property in the state of Yucatan. So be prepared for something like that. If you cannot find that, There are a few other options. You can maybe sometimes pay a double deposit, like another deposit on top of that. And I think there's actually like a form that you might be able to get a lawyer to sign off or to write up. That kind of makes it easier basically for Mexican people to sue you in case of something like that. Again, I don't know too much about that right at this moment, so you can just get on the Google if you want to know a little bit more about that. But in addition to the first deposit, probably the double deposit, if you don't have, a co-signer, you're going to need the contract written up. That's going to be on you to hire a lawyer and to get the contract written up, and that's going to be a couple $100s. Then if you're using, of course, a broker or an agent, you're going to have to pay that broker or agent fee, which is going to be a certain percentage of 1 month's rent, usually, I believe. I, of course, have avoided all of that by being a little crafty little thing. Right. So I think that's it. Those are just a few tips for if you are coming here, I guess short term, or maybe are thinking about long term. I hope that was helpful and just giving you a little bit of insight into what it's going to take if you are trying to make that move short term or long term. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.